Yo, what is going on? Everyone watching right now, we are in store for another Sunday Xfinity race today. We are at Bristol, and I'm super excited. Joining me up here in the booth is going to be Kate. He's going to be on here in a hot second. Right now, we're going to get the pre-race all set and square. With the Sunday Xfinity, I want to rewind just a hot second to yesterday. Zander was actually the one. RS Meatwagon was actually able to take the victory from the jaws of defeat because he did not have the best car out on track, but he did catch a lucky yellow and did have the best short run car. So he was able to actually go out and win that race. And P2 is pardon me right there, is UK Wildcats. And funnily enough, both of these guys are actually going to be joining us in the race. So they will be fighting tooth and nail for it. So one thing to definitely look out for is the amount of people going for the top five in combined Xfinity points. So let's kind of rewind a little bit as well. Xander won last week, or sorry, 2 weeks ago with Atlanta, and then now we have Bristol up on docket, and currently Xander's leading the points with UK in P2, Justin Shack at P3, T-Bird P4, BS14 cars in P5, and then that is actually roughly going to be what the running order is going to be like, because we have the qualifying times up on board right now, and Xander is going to lead us to green, so he's topping the charts everywhere. And BS14 cars is going to be taking P2, D's P3, Liam P4, and then UK is going to round out the top five. Of course, when we actually get into the lobby, I can kind of go a little more in depth. Um, so we are looking for a good race here. So of course, as I go about to start the lobby here in one hot minute and 9 o'clock my time. There we go, just changed. So I'm gonna mute myself real quick, and I'm gonna be talking to the guys.
Dun 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 dun. Oh, damn, did it even connect? Dun 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 dun.
I hear you, Cade. I'm gonna be getting the lobby going right now.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. All hail, raise Dale. Amen. Left fudge. Ooh, shit. Friend bow game. Ooh.
Okay, can you hear me? I'm getting the lobby set up. What's your view on tonight's race? Kind of give us a rundown of what Bristol is.
High bank short track. That is a grand old show that'll be put on for the fans and spectators that watch and giving the drivers a very taste of either they're going to be tasting victory or taste of a very loose or tight car.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree with that right there. Um, So one thing that we're going to be doing here, we're going to be starting the timer at 9:05. We do have a rule in place that should we have 8 or less drivers, do not accept that invite, Cade, by the way. We will be racing a 25%. So looks like we may not reach that number here, um, depending on who makes it in time. So we're gonna see, but yeah, this could actually turn into a 75 lapper.
Well, if it turns into a 75 lapper, we might see somebody stretch it all the way out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I was thinking as well.
But if it stays at 150, we get pit stops. If it stays 75, we might not see a pit stop from somebody. So
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. And it looks like everyone joining is, or everyone that's in the lobby is going to be racing. So we are indeed going to be at a 25%. So we're going to be changing that real quick. Where and all that's still going to be the same. And give me 1 second.
Jesus Christ. It's like we're gonna be running a 5. All that bull. What are we waiting on? Okay.
and here I am being a dumb and talking without my mic.
Yeah, I
Okay,
was
can you hear me now?
wondering. Yeah.
Oh, hey, well, there we go. That's probably why. Here I am talking without my mic being on. Of course. Seems to be a trend here. That's happened twice already. I don't know why that keeps happening. Anyway, so the 54 and the 11. Apologies for that, their stream. My mic was muted the entire time, so I do apologize about that. But the 54 and the 11, taking right where they left off last night, is now side by side for the lead right now. 54 on the bottom, 11 on the top. And Zander has the preferred line. You definitely do want to be on the high side here. However, on the long runs, you do actually want to kind of run the middle. Ideally, at least that's what I prefer. You don't want to be totally on top, and you don't want to be totally in the bottom. You want to be right in the middle, kind of running the seam, like right where that little gray stuff is. That's where you want to be, like in the middle of both of those. And you can kind of see the advantage that UK had right there, because you see how he turns down right coming off of 4 and 2. He gets that huge run. That's exactly the line that you want. Enters high, has like a little mini diamond. Cade, what's your favorite line to run around Bristol?
Well, basically enter low, let it sink
The
up to the
51 into
middle.
the 51
Sink
down
up.
and hits the wall.
Come in lows, let it slide up to the middle, and then come off low. Basically.
So,
And I'm now in the race since they now have a confirmation that it started.
well, like I said, my mic was muted the entire time, so I apologize about that. I was just like, where are you at, Cade? But,
Sitting here.
yeah, I had no idea. But yeah, Casey here in P5, like I said, you are looking to get relegated and when you're already in the Cup Series, or not get relegated, well, let me rephrase that. Top 15 is the safe zone to join Cup next season, and you have the 16th on back, who is going to be relegated back to the Xfinity Series. Meanwhile, here in the Xfinity Series, the top 5 in combined for both days for the exclusive drivers. So, like, you see some guys like Mo Cat and the 11 of Zander. These guys are Cup drivers. They don't count for the combined standings. The top 5 in those that are Xfinity exclusives, like Trump Train, BS14 Cars, and Selling Dreams, and Casey XXI and 2242. They are looking for rides in the Cup Series next season. And looks like Casey does have a good long-run car. He is making his way up through the field, getting past the 16 of Trump Train and trying to make some ground on the 98. A little bit of contact there coming off the corner, but not a big deal of loss there, but a little bit of touch.
Bump and run, short track racing, baby.
Yeah, that is...
I think the 51's been in the wall.
Yeah, but he's making some ground back on the 16, so... it looks like it didn't quite handle or impact his performance that much. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead is still. These guys have been like this since like the drop of the green. The 11 has the preferred line, and the 54 has it, or wants it. And however, I have noticed that like when you run the top, you actually are, actually keeping your tires a little bit under control. When you run the bottom, you actually wear them out and you heat them up. So hopefully that doesn't impact the race here, especially as this is now potentially a no stop. If barring any cautions, you shouldn't have to stop. Honestly, potentially we may see some tires. 11 kind of hits the wall right there and totally breaks his momentum. But yeah, that's the thing. Depending on how loose you have your preset, you may not have to stop, depending on what your right rear is. So that's going to be interesting here as we go through this.
54 can clear 11. I think the 54 is going to pull away.
Oh, that's what we saw last night in the Cup race. The 54 has the best long run car, but Xander does have the best short run. And you know what they say: in every long run, there's a short run. So,
Yep.
oh, the 51 we did have word is around. Yeah, he looks like he must have gotten loose coming off of, what is that, 4 right there? Yeah. And, yeah, so now coming around back into 3 and 4, he is now going to be the first car, and the leaders are right behind. And the 54, still, nope, still there. But now he's getting really aggressive. He's like, okay, I got to clear you right now.
11 ain't gonna give it up though.
Oh, no, he's not. The 54 has the momentum. Nope, now it shifts to 11. Like,
11 had that top.
the 54 has a better center, but right there, the 11 will kind of shift on up.
11,
A little bit. It should be done right here. Yep. There it is.
11 got tied up one.
And the 51 gets out of the way, lets the 54 and 11 go. Yes, that is very respectful right there. Meanwhile, the 1 is closing his way up to P3 right now. His first race with us right here in with us. He was not able to make it last week. He was actually on vacation. So Casey in the 1 is slowly making ground on the 10 here, who is in P3. Justin Shackett trying to make up some ground on the front 2 is honestly, I don't know. He may have the longest run here. We're going to see, get a lap update here. Hey, guys, how many more laps are left?
35.
36. Copy, thank you. So we're about halfway through. Oh, and just out of curiosity, how many laps of fuel do you guys have right now? All right. Copy.
Fuel really ain't gonna be the issue because you saved some.
Oh yeah, but you can kind of gauge what your tires are going to be at when with fuel. And right now they're at 40, and some are at 41. So it depends on how early and how high of a revs that they use in order for their 2 pace laps. But yeah, fuel is never going to be an issue. Honestly, it's always about getting your tire temps under control. And you can tell who has it. Right now, the 54 is showing that he has a long run speed and pulling away from the 11. However,
the 54 is running the line I like to run around in.
Exactly. But meanwhile, you have the 51 who is struggling right now. He is not able to get that car underneath him, especially when it comes to the especially when it comes to the corner exit. And that's definitely what you see with a loose car, just especially at Bristol, just not having that capability of just getting that momentum. Tell you what, despite the 54 having a little bit of a advantage on the 11, he's not really just straight up pulling away. He has a little bit of a gap, but it's not crazy. One mistake and they're back side by side.
Yep.
That being said, though, they do have an entire straightaway, basically quarter of the track advantage on P3. So right now it's a battle. It's a 2-horse race right now, barring any tire concerns. So with Justin Shackett being in P3 right now, he's just kind of minding his own business. Looks like the 1 must have faltered at some point. Looks like the
54 went up the track.
Oh, here, I'm back on board with it right now. Here, what did you see that I didn't?
54 just moved up his line a little bit. Showing the 11 different idea.
Yeah, you can kind of see the line differences. Looks like Zander's trying something new. He's entering lower and staying lower. But
cat and mouse game.
And there are times, because I'm on the front to back view, so it shows the line differences. And there are some corners where they just kind of follow each other's tire tracks, and there are some corners that they kind of differ. The 54 runs a little bit higher, and there are times where, like, I see the 54 is... Oh, as I say that
Ooh, we
right
got
there,
loose.
I was just about to say that you can tell the 54 has a little bit of a looser setup. Yeah.
That seemed to be all right though.
I was about to say, yeah, you can tell the 54 has a bit of a looser setup because he's able to turn on down the track a little bit more. And
might be costly here later in the run when the tires are on their last leg, screaming to get me off. And 11 car being a little tighter might just be like, well, I'm just gonna fall behind you, ride behind you a little bit, save my tires, and then come get you when it's 20 to go.
which, speaking of 20 to go, we should be coming up on that right now, actually. This is a very short race when you think about it.
95. Oh, the 51 is wrecked again. Poor guy.
Oh, looks like the 10 also is getting dicey.
A battle between the 98 and 1.
Yeah, that is for 5th place right now, and that is our first 2 Xfinity exclusives right now, so that is a fight for points right now. So P4 and P5 looks like the 98 just did not have the momentum, but much like what we saw with the 54 and the 11, the 1 and the 98 does have a bit of a battle. One choosing the lower line, one choosing the top, with
51's in the pits.
Yeah, I think right now he is. Let's see if he's
tightening
moving.
that car up and probably throwing the whole kitchen sink at it and just trying to get this race over.
Yeah, and especially with it being only 75 laps as well.
Basically, you were stuck with what you brung and hope it is good enough. Ooh,
Yeah,
that's close.
Yeah, that was really close. Because I was on board with the 51 right there. So let's see what kind of pace that he has on fresh tires. I mean, because like I said, technically you don't have to, barring any tire concerns. I know you can stretch it with the right pressures, but on a base preset, we're going to see how this kind of shakes on out.
51's got some speed now with them first tires, but
Oh yeah, for sure. Now he feels like Superman. So hopefully that doesn't impede the leaders too much, because now the 51, look at that, look at that entry speed right there, and he's gonna have all the speed coming off the corner. Alright, he just went on the radio saying that he does not want to mess with the leaders, so he is just gonna be riding exactly where he is right now. Could I have a lap update, please?
54 is pulled away.
15 to go, and out of curiosity, where are you guys' tires at? Copy. So,
well, 11 saved anything, you better go get him.
Yes, because now with 14 to go right now. Ooh, the 51 hits the apron. Oh, that's the wall. Looks like Casey is. He said that
he got around the 1.
Yeah, I was just about to say the 1 is the one that was actually reporting to me right there. He is. He's definitely. He can make it, but he is wicked loose right now. That's what he reported to me. So, as you can kind of see, he's kind of drifting up the track a little bit. Oh no! Oh, he almost had it. He almost lost it coming out of the corner. Meanwhile, the 54 is.
11's coming back into the picture, I think.
I think is exactly what you said. The 11 kind of saved his stuff a little bit, kind of cool the tires off. So
and we got
try
a
to see.
lap car ahead too, so lap cars may play a factor in this.
What was that line from DW saying? It was like, "Oh, lap car's gonna get in the way," and didn't get in the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna see.
Short track racing, so it's gonna be kind of hard to get out of the way.
Yeah, it's just short track racing. Ooh,
yeah,
that 11's coming. That 11 is coming right now. Looks like the 16.
10 is pitting, or 16 pitted.
That means that. Oh, that is race implications right there. Can these guys go all the way?
Well,
because while Casey in the one reported that he is wicked loose, but there are some people
He's
that
come
just
back and caught
cannot.
the 98.
Ooh, that.
And 51's all over the 11 here.
Oh,
Got
we're getting.
about 8 to go.
Yeah, so the 16 of Trump Train is still on pit road. He looks like he probably sped. But the 98 and the 1 are back together. And
Yep, 98 is really loose.
yeah, so, and the leaders are coming up on him right now. So that is P3 and P4 since Justin Shackett pit.
54 has it, I believe, unless a mistake happens.
We're going to find on out. But we don't want to see a tire blow here in the last couple laps. But meanwhile, the 1 and the 98...
You can ride the wall and make a tire blow.
Hey, yeah, you know about that. But yeah, should the 1 and 98 get battling up there, hopefully that doesn't impede the leaders too much. But we should be winding on down with the race. So we're gonna find on out. Ooh, but the 1 and the 98 are battling. They hit the wall.
And a battle for the win.
Battle for the last podium, and the 1 squeezes the 98, but the 98's still there. No.
Crossover. Oh, beating and banging.
And the 1 who must have saved his stuff there late in the run.
The 54 does not want to see this.
Yeah, the 54 does not want to see battling right in front of him, moments away from victory. How many to go right now?
3, probably.
Last lap for the leaders. This is the white flag. Does the 11 have anything? You can see he sent it on in. And no, the 54, redemption from last night, takes home the checkered. The 11, Zander, takes it. Now, we're going to be seeing a battle for
the 98 and 1.
The 98 and the 1 right now. The 1 is covered down low, but the 98 is not going to get there and gets P4. And Casey with his first race and first podium.
Well.
So that just shows that there are some people that were running so loose that their right rear just could not make it. Alright, as per usual, podium contenders will be invited up to the party. So, yeah, good race, guys. It was a very short one, but you guys put on a show. We're going to see the fastest lap real quick before we invite these guys.
Probably that 54.
"75 laps, definitely, it's a sprint compared to what we usually see. Zander, though, 15 1,000ths away from each other. Look at that. Oh, that was so close. Alright, so let's get these guys in here. We're going to blue screen here for a hot second. As we wait for them, I am going to read off the full list. So we have that, UK, and Casey. There we go. So invites are out to join the party. So let's see. Let's go through the complete rundown right now. Yep, Mopower Cat won the race right there with only 7 people. Zander P2, Casey P3, BS P4, Justin Shackett P5, Trump Train P6, and then Tom Selling Dreams in P7. So it sounds like we have everyone up here. So guys, 75 laps. It was a sprint, but did it feel like a sprint for you guys? Let's start with Casey in P3.
Yeah, yes and no. The 98, I don't know. It's my first night racing with these guys. I gotta say, it was an awesome night. Everybody was pretty fast. The 98 was really fast. Made me drive the hell out of my car. I think I ended the race with 5% left on my right rear. But But yeah, the race kind of felt longer than 75 laps, only because I was kind of worried about 98. He put a couple of good moves on me and kind of returned the favor at the end.
Uh, well, definitely, it showed that you guys were battling high and low, and it seemed like he did get past you, but you passed him back. Did you kind of just kind of sit on back and let your tires cool on down, or was that just like, you know what, I'm just gonna bide my time?
Kind of trying to save my tires as much as I can. You know, I did fall back a little bit. I got loose coming out of the corner. Gave him a really good run. I kind of eventually, I honestly was driving as hard as I could to get back up to him. Then I seen he made a mistake, so uh,
You pounced on it like a kitty cat.
yeah, he made a mistake, and we were kind of neck and neck, and kind of went low on him and kind of rubbed his quarter a little bit. You know, the good old bump
That's
and
just,
run.
yeah, good old Bristol bump and run.
Yeah, and it kind of paid out at the end. Didn't expect a podium on the first night with this league. I know there's a lot of fast people in this league. Can't wait to see what other races have in store.
Well, I'll tell you what. Before we move on to second place, we do have, since this is your first night. There was a couple Xfinity exclusives that was not able to come on in and join us, but that with your performance of P3, that's going to put you up currently in the upgrade zone to go to Cup next season. So with New Hampshire up next, we will be off for Independence Day next week. But what do you think about New Hampshire the week after?
I'm glad we have a week off so I can practice.
Well, that
The
says it all
Magic
right there.
Mile.
All right. Well, good race there, Casey.
I appreciate it.
Excellent debut, and we'll
Way to start it off strong.
I
we'll
appreciate it.
see that back in hopefully go 2 for 2 at New Hampshire in 2 weeks. So
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Kate, do you want to do good old Xander's interview?
Well, Zander, what happened there?
Um,
Just coming out with that, okay?
well, I kind of expected this. After the Bristol race yesterday, I saw that Mo Power, man, I don't know how he does it, man. He has that great line. He's got great entry speed, and he's got just as good exit speed as anyone else. So it's very tough to race someone like Mo Power because he just frustrates the shoot out of you.
Yeah.
It's frustrating to race against someone like his stature because he's so talented, especially at Bristol, because he just is consistently the best car on track. When it comes to Bristol or short tracks in general, the consistency is what really defines you. The patience and consistency are the two things that you need to have at Bristol. And I don't know how he didn't like dump me after like at least 15 laps. If I was his shoes, I'd be so mad at being side by side with me for 15 laps, knowing that he's so much faster than me. But I think what happened was is I started off the race and I burned my stuff up a little bit more than what I'd like to at the beginning, just to try and get a lead or maybe try and stay in front. But looking back at it, I wish I kind of would have maybe let Mo Powercat by and maybe try to save a little bit, maybe see if I had a little something at the end there. But no, he was just way faster than me, and he
Well, it
great.
looked like at the end or after he passed you, you sort of fell back to save a little bit, but it just seemed like you couldn't do nothing with it after that.
I kind of when I got passed by him, I decided to like I didn't decide to save, but I backed it up a little bit more and tried to get maybe run more. I tried to like mimic his line. I tried to learn a little bit because when I get past somebody by somebody, I like to learn as much as possible to see maybe what I can do a little differently to maybe get a little faster. I used to do it with Patton all the time. I mean, at Bristol races, it was usually Patton passed me, and I like to see if I can try and do something very similar to him. Maybe see if I can get faster, or maybe just as fast as he can. But man, he has got a solid line that is very consistent.
Out of curiosity, what was your tire percentage there at the end?
I finished the race with 4% on my right front.
It seems to
Nice.
be a recurring trend here. We knew that was going to be what happened, but honestly, I think not gonna I want to save this question for UK. But no, Xander, I just wanted to pop in here. Did you think that he was going to be a little bit more aggressive with you, or did you not think that he was going to be as patient going in with, especially with what happened yesterday?
I think there's two things that kind of mix in with that. I think the obviously what had happened yesterday in the Cup race, but also I think that since it was a 75 lap race, I think agendas kind of changed compared to 150. I think with 150 you can be a little bit more patient, a little bit more um, give and a little less take. But I think that since it was a 75 lap race, I think aggression comes more into play. But I think Mo Power Cat just played it perfectly. He sat behind me and got inside of me and built the run up and got to my inside, and he straight up passed me on the bottom. I mean, it takes a lot of skill to do that, and I think that not many people can do that, and he did. So props to him.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear, and great sportsmanship from Xander there. So, if I did my math correctly, I think you guys are actually going to be tied in points
Ooh,
come this race, because I mean you both won a race and come second with
yeah.
leading a lap. So I think you guys are going to be tied. So it's getting tight, and since you guys are when the series started, we're below the top five in Cup points. You guys could run full time in this series if you wanted to. So we'll potentially see a battle here for the end. But how do you feel, real quick, before we move on to UK? I'm going to ask the same question as I did with Casey. How do you feel about New Hampshire here in 2 weeks?
Well, I like to think that New Hampshire is one of my better tracks, but after what I just witnessed and what I saw from yesterday, I think that I am very scared about that race, especially against Mo Power. I mean, usually I would know a sense of feel when it comes to certain races, especially like New Hampshire. I feel like I'm pretty good at the short tracks. I feel like it takes a lot of driver skill to drive at places like New Hampshire to save and also be very fast at the same time. But I've never raced with Mo Power Cat at the majority of these racetracks, and I feel that already he is better than me, and I have some work to do. So.
It's always good
Practice
to
makes
have
perfect.
it's always good to have drivers that make you go back to the drawing board. It's like, okay,
For sure.
how do I re-examine this? So,
It keeps you in
uh,
check.
so going to the opposite side of this, UK. Welcome, Mopow Cat, up here once again. How does it feel to get it done? Especially with what happened yesterday. Short run, long run was your specialty yesterday, but every long run has a short run, and you got beat in a short run. So how does it feel to get redemption?
It feels pretty good. After last night, I was thinking about putting that picture of Matt the Benedetto where he says pain on a Twitter post. I ended up putting that in the chat. I thought about doing that, but I'm like, well, I ended up just completely
Oh,
forgetting about
well,
it.
okay, good talk. But yeah,
But,
tell us about your race.
well, I mean, when I was behind Xander, I was frustrated because I couldn't get around him, but I also looked back and was like, my mini races I won at Bristol League races, I won it by patience, and I was just biting the time and trying to see if I could use up his tires too.
Patience is a virtue.
Yes.
And honestly, so speaking of patience, did you think that like when we saw that we had less than 70 or seven people in the lobby, we had to go to a 25 percenter? Did you think it was like, okay, well, it's actually weird to think that you still had patience on your mind when 75 laps is really not a whole lot.
Yeah, it's got a lot of laps, but I still didn't change anything. I was still gonna be patient, and just see if I could just straight up pass him. I knew, I kind of knew tires was gonna be a factor, but I wasn't banking on that. I was thinking we would have a couple cautions.
Now, totally caution free. Oh, and what was your final percentage?
My right rear was at 11.
11. Wow,
Wow.
that's actually a pretty good compared to what we heard. We heard what, 5%, 4%, and then you're just like, nah, I got 11. I had that and
I
change.
had some in the bank. I had some for the burnout
I'm
after
gonna
Yeah,
be
a little
transferring
bit
some of
left
that
to
over
go.
to New Hampshire next week. So,
yeah.
Yeah, that would go by pretty quickly over there.
yeah. Well,
New Hampshire is not one of my strong suit tracks. I'm good at the short tracks, but I'm not good at the flat ones either.
Well, you also said that about well, you said Dover. Let me make sure I had that phrasing. You said Dover was not a good track, but you never said weren't good at it. So is that
Right.
holding up, or is that or do you not want to divulge that?
It, New Hampshire is it's an okay track. I don't like it at all, but I'm decent there. I'm better at Dover than I am at New Hampshire.
Ah, gotcha. All right. Well, like I said, like I told Xander, if I did my math correctly, just by looking at it, you two are tied for the point lead right now, which is currently a first for MRL. Period, because with Cyber's Stranglehold and Cup, and with the Monday Xfinity Series yet to begin, right now this is the first tie we had for the points lead. So you two are stinking it up.
Yeah, we're making
Um,
history.
and like I told Xander, like when you two were both below the top five in Cup standings at the time of this series creation, so you two could run full time. Do you guys see this? Question for both of you: do you guys see this as an opportunity to go for the title, or do you think that it's going to be a knockout drag out fight between you two?
Tough. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first while I think about what I'm gonna say.
I'm going to
Okay.
pick my words.
So, well, obviously, if it continues the way it's going, it's gonna be, it's gonna be tight.
Gonna be a dogfight.
Yeah, I mean, I plan to race full time in the Xfinity Series. I think it's a great way to just keep on racing. You know, don't get rusty, and I think that it's a great way for like other drivers who maybe are Xfinity regulars to maybe see how they stack up against some of the top people. I mean, well, Power Cat seems to be one of the top racers in Cup. I mean, sometimes Cyber, he's part time because he's leading the point standings. He's top three, top four, top five. So I mean, I hate when people, sometimes are like, I hate when Kyle Busch races in the Xfinity Series. Well, I would say if I was an Xfinity driver, I would say I love when Kyle Busch races in the Xfinity Series because if I would love to beat him and I'd like to see if I can get better just by racing him. So
And
I
that's
kind of think that
And that's also what the combined series is for.
exactly.
Because while you guys are battling for the day, the combined series is for the overall Xfinity exclusive. So right now, as it stands, like that is a championship within itself.
Yeah, but I'm gonna run full time. Hopefully Mopao is because it's gonna be a heck of a fight, and I think it's gonna be super fun. So yeah.
You're okay. Your rebuttal.
All right, like he said, I'm looking like I'm gonna do full time, but if life gets in the way and I can't make it, then that'll be bad. But I'm looking to be full time. I'm looking at the schedule right now, and there's only one more track I'm looking forward to.
Oh, I think I know which one that is too.
Which one do you think?
It's Charlotte, right?
No, I actually don't like that track.
What but you're so good at Charlotte, though.
Like it's like Dover. I don't like it, but
Oh,
I've never said I'm not good
okay,
there.
okay, okay.
But but I'm looking at the August 8th and 9th. That's my
Oh,
favorite track in the
Darlington,
game.
Darlington. Okay.
That's
Um,
also my favorite track, so I'm not gonna.
I changed my answer then.
that that and Bristol is my top two. And Martinsville, I like Martinsville, but that's not on the schedule, unfortunately.
Ah,
But yeah, I want the seat time. I want to learn the tracks at some tracks that I'm not very good at to try to help me better in the Cup Series and in other leagues. So always learn, following Zander every race, so I know, try to see what he does and what I can work on. I go back and watch your tapes too, Patton, to see what I could do different.
no.
I know in the other leagues you come and kick our butts.
I think that's an understatement. That's not an understatement. That's a
Patton's just a cheater, so.
no, 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 no. I think that's flattery. But I also want to point out, I'm looking at the daily times. You two are on the daily, and if I go to the weekly, um, you guys are also still up there. So you guys definitely put in some fast times there with only just 75 laps to do it. So I
And
mean,
in sliders too.
and on sliders too. So exactly. So you two were definitely the ones to beat. Kate, do you have any final questions before we let these guys go?
Now let's get on to New Hampshire.
Let's get. Well, first we have
How
tomorrow.
about is it Bristol again?
Yeah. Well, first, yeah, about to say like
Well, we worry about tomorrow.
yeah.
This group is who
For this series, Zander and Mopower Cat is
this
looking
half.
forward. Yeah, this half of the Xfinity Series is looking forward to New Hampshire. But for Amarillo itself, we still have one more race to do before we end our race week. That is the Monday Xfinity. I almost said Sunday again. The Monday Xfinity Series at Bristol, and currently it looks like we will be doing 150 laps there. It's a shame, honestly, that we weren't able to do it here. But you know what? That is all part of the race. So it seems like to be the times are going to be swapping. We did 25% in Monday last race, and now we did 25% in this race. So now it's going to be swapped. Yeah, honestly, I'm looking forward to it. Kate, you're joining me up in the booth, correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, there we go. So this is Private Patton and Cade wishing you the podium finishers. We have our winner, Mo Cat. We have our second place, Zander. Both of them getting redemption from yesterday. Positions swapped, and then Casey in his debut with a podium. So excellent run from all three of these guys. And honestly, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. So without further ado, this has been Private Patton and Cade. Wishing you all
Peace out.
a good night and peace.